All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Stacey. Under correspondence, we received an application from Sarah Baker, who's interested in serving on the Stormwater Task Force, the Southeastern Connecticut Water Authority Advisory Board, and the Wood Pawcatuck Wild and Scenic River Stewardship Council. We also received an application from Raven Kelly Dinwiddie, who's interested in serving on the Conservation Commission and the Waterfront Commission. Thank you to both Sarah and Raven. We have been in touch with them to introduce them to the chair of those boards, and then we will follow up to see if they want to be on all of them or just one or two, and then we can take action at a future meeting. Then under appointments or reappointments, I was hoping to get a motion to appoint John Godden as the alternate to the Economic Development Commission. So moved. Is there a second?
Or second.
Motion and second. Any discussion on John on the EDC?
None.
All right, great. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, the motion carries. Thank you to John, and thank you again to the members of the EDC for their ongoing work throughout COVID. Now to the Commission on Aging. Do I hear a motion to reappoint R.J. Connolly III to the Commission on Aging? So moved. Is there a second?
I second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much, RJ, and it's exciting to see that commission being able to get active again. Thank you to those members. On resignation from the Conservation Commission, Sheila Lyons has resigned from the Conservation Commission. We'll send her an acknowledgement and thank her for her service. Under old business, sorry, this mask's a little thick. Update on COVID-19. Mainly, we just want to encourage residents, please let other residents, visitors, friends know. Every week on the town website, we try and do a summary of all the information that we have from the state, from LegRite, any other relevant updates that are coming out. We try and put them all in one place with links so you can find them easily. So please do check there. Also, just to say, we put out a notice today just to remind people as our cases are rising significantly in both Stormington and around the region. If you can, call town hall or email before you come in. It's really appreciated. Most things we can do for you virtually. If you can't, then you can come in and we'll help you. But we have seen a heavy flow of people coming into the town hall, and much of which can be done virtually. And just for your safety and that of our staff, we really ask that you call ahead of time or email, and we can do a great deal of work virtually now. So thank you. And we'll, yeah, I think that's it for right now for COVID updates. And then I guess this is our last meeting before Thanksgiving. So just a reminder, please do check our town website for the state for updates on holiday guidelines and guidance. And we obviously understand people want to be around their families and friends for the holidays, but we need to do everything we can to keep the numbers down so we can keep people healthy and safe and the economy going. So anything you can do to kind of reduce the numbers of people you're around is a big part of the contact tracing effort and how we keep each other safe. So it'll be a very different Thanksgiving, but we'll be even more thankful next year. So the next item is comments from the public. So if you want to comment, please press *3. And there is a change in the technology we discovered the other week. There will be a prompt that will then tell you that your line has been unmuted, and then you have to press *6 to speak again. And when you speak, please provide your name and address. I'll give people a minute. So again, just, you can press *3. Wait a second, you should hear a prompt, and then *6. While we wait, just to let people know this was a WebEx change that took place that we were not aware of. So we do our best to monitor any changes to the protocol, but if you hear anything. All right, so we'll move on. So comments from the Selectmen. Deb, do you want to start?
Just a brief comment. This week on Monday night was a beautification committee meeting, and one thing we discussed is the ongoing replacement of trees in front of West Broad Street School. Trees are coming out. They will be replaced in the spring. beautification has been working with Public Works. It's important that this work happen because of some damage to the sidewalk. We want to be safe and ADA compliant. And in order to fix the sidewalk, the trees have to come out and then they will be replaced.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And just to add, just in case, we tried to reach out to people, but anyone who's wondering or concerned, the memorial plaques, we're storing them for the winter here, but they will also be replaced with the trees. And the beautification committee has been working really hard on our tree warden to come up with, maybe more appropriate species of trees that will hopefully do less damage to the sidewalks at their root system and fit better. And like Doug said, by redoing the sidewalks, they're obviously safer now. They were buckling and raising up, but also we're able to make them ADA compliant, so we'll be moving the trees closer to the roadside, so that way they'll have the full width, so people in wheelchairs or strollers or carriages can make their way down the street. And the beautification committee has been great.
Yes, yes. They're working on a tree plan, you know, for other portions of the roadway as well, but this is kind of the first step.
That's great, thank you. And I know also, I think yesterday, we also took on another project in downtown Pawcatuck, that was thanks to some beautification committee efforts, and meetings, and then also, the public works team has done a great job, and we actually got a compliment, which was really nice to get, of kind of the improved look and fixing of a little segment by right before you go over the bridge in Westerly. So thank you to Public Works and beautification. Julie, any updates from you?
Yeah, so the Commission on Aging, I'm happy to report that we met. So there was something that came up at the meeting, and it has to do with the water main break, the Westerly water main break, and then the requirement of boiling water. Many seniors did not get that notification. So we had quite a discussion on how do we help the seniors get on the emergency call system. So I think we're going to come up with a form that'll go out in that, is it the biannual mailing that Department of Human Services sends out, so that seniors can fill them out, and the different communities where seniors live, we can have somebody like collect the forms. There we were thinking if there was a scout that was looking for a badge or a volunteer to enter that information, that's the part that's kind of missing. So that, because the seniors don't, many of them, these are our 85, 90-plus-year-olds who don't have a cell phone, don't have a computer, so their landline isn't registered for an emergency notification.
Yeah. No, that would be wonderful if we can build on that, but if they can't do that, we can definitely find someone to help them get the information.
All right, so that was just something more of an initiative out of the Commission on Aging. The Climate Change Task Force, we are meeting this week. We normally, we're meeting every other month, but so we met last month, we're meeting this month, we'll meet again in October. We're working on coming up with an emergency resolution with respect to climate change and sea level rise, and one that fits Stonington, looking at what other towns have done. Because it's clear, the water levels are rising. We do have constant flooding down in Mystic in some areas. Some areas of Lord's Point, some areas of Borough always have water. So how do we proactively, it's kind of like a notification so that everybody is aware this is happening. We have to get our zoning regulations all tied in, and Board of Finance all tied in, so like everybody knows that this is going to happen. Climate Change Task Force, we're working on that, and we have to have something that the Board of Selectmen, with Board of Selectmen input, once it comes to us, then we can go back and forth to see if it's something that we want to adopt. And again, there's broad sweeping, comments that can be put in it, but so we have to work on what's, best for us. And, planning and zoning, the hotel, it was a restaurant first and then a hotel. This is at the corner of Route 1 and Washington Street, so it's now a little boutique hotel. It's a very unique concept. It was approved last night. It's kind of there's going to be somebody who lives there on site, but it's kind of you take a ticket, you get your number and you log in and you get into your room. So it's right by the train station. I think it's a very unique concept, it'll just really dress up that corner there compared to where it is now, so.
And Drew, can you confirm that it was, we got some questions about this, it was raised not to adhere to parking, but because it had to be raised because it's gonna flood down? The FEMA requirement is that for new buildings, that they're raised,
Yes,
so.
right, that's right. So there is parking underneath,
Yeah.
but it does have to, the first floor does have to be a certain level of, above the flood zone. So this is a two-story building. It's still underneath, I think even with, a pergola up on the roof, it's still below the height, restrictions for the zone, so.
That's great, thank you.
And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. I'll keep mine quick. I think some people could use some positive news. So I think one thing that was really exciting is, today is Captain Nathaniel Palmer Day. Thanks to, our friends at the state. That was amazing to get a proclamation, that today is now officially Nathaniel Palmer Day. And I think it is really nice to us to remember this is a good piece of Stonington history. He was only 21 years old when he captained this voyage and, sighted Antarctica, so, we all feel like underachievers, but, we were really happy, and, we do have a lot of information on the town website, on the Facebook page. I think actually, it's 6:30 today, I think the Historical Society is doing, you should register now if you're watching, a kind of a last part series on Friday, the Seaport's launching a mini exhibit and then doing some more talks on it, but, all that information you can find on the town website and our social media pages. We tried to do some links, and we also had a video that we had done with the Historical Society as part of the Community Connections video series, talking a lot about the history of, Captain Nate, so that was exciting. And then also exciting anniversary date is that it's our safety supervisor
Anniversary.
We got sworn in 1 year ago today, and then, yesterday, or tomorrow marks 1 year we worked in town hall, so we will try and do, I think, a write-up for the public of kind of 1 year's worth of kind of what we focus on, we're working on, and the forward-looking plan, of where we wanna go for, the end of the year, so, we'll try and share that more with the public, and it'd be great to get your guys' input on that as well. And then the only other two things I want to talk about was, because you brought up climate change, we just have a really good call with UConn students who do, projects. And one of the things that came up was, could they start looking at our zoning codes and do some updates there, also some of the sea level mapping work. So there's a few different projects we'll put together. The chair of the climate change task force, Rick's doing that call, and had great ideas, he's our town planner. So we're gonna put a summary of 3 to 5 projects, and then the students can pick if they wanna do them, or not. So we'll see, but they were very helpful, they were very nice, the 2 professors. And then the only other thing is, we haven't met since, Veterans Day, so just a thank you to all the veterans out there. We hope to have some exciting veteran-related, updates soon, that we'll share, just something that we're hoping to put forward, in partnership with others on the town side. And I think, that's it. So thank you, we hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving, safe, and I think that's it. So, anything else?
I don't.
That's
No,
the end of
that's it for me.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I vote aye.
Bye.